What's up, everybody? Welcome to The Loud Spot. I'm your host, Sebastian. We are doing a very special episode today with my buddy Jason from a band called Everyday Slaves. I'm here in his house, in his studio, and he's going to go ahead and play the intro song right now. Do it. Down. You got to go down. There you go.
Oh, no. Oh, boy. Here it comes. The motherfucking Loud Spot.
All right, so a little backstory on Jason. I am working out of town, came to Tulsa, Oklahoma, where he lives, and I was like, I'm going to stay with you for a little bit just while I'm working, and he was nice enough to invite me into his house, and now I'm here. He has his little studio. He will not get on camera, so we're not going to air the video version of this, just the audio. But man, thank you for letting me in your house, and I've got to know a lot about you in the last few hours I've been here.
Yeah, well, I told you it wasn't that small, so.
The thing is,
micro Peter.
See, the button's not here because I'm at his house. If it was but he does have a Roadcaster, and he has a whole podcast thing set up over here. He also has a notepad that I told him I was going to use that is not written on at all. So I'm going to tell shit. Shit. Did I just break it? I don't think I did.
It's okay.
We talked about literally, he was, outside perspectives on what I'm doing is always needed, especially from a creative person. He does not look creative, but I promise you he's very, very creative. Like I'm sitting here with what is all this behind me that we're not going to put on video, but what is all this that people can't even see on the camera anyways?
It's music stuff.
Equipment.
Yeah.
Music equipment. This guy, I'm trying to get him to master my own band that is not that good.
It's actually really good.
No, it's not that. It's not that good.
No, it's really good actually.
It could be better. Well, I'm not talking about Oscar and the Birdman stuff. I'm talking about Thrash Panda stuff.
No, I mean, you guys actually have a lot of talent.
No, there's no talent. There's no talent.
Right. You guys suck. What am I thinking? I'm sorry.
I think that it could be. I think it would be if it sounded better. I'd promote it more.
Well, that's just you're your own critic. I mean, that's all that's going on. It's no big deal. I mean, listen, guys, it's actually really good. Thrash Panda. You need to look it up. But
we looked it up. You couldn't even fucking find it. You couldn't even
I was just about to give instructions on how to do that on Spotify. It's Thrash Panda, and make sure you start under artist. It's not Trash Panda.
not Trash Panda. Thrash Panda.
Yeah, Thrash Panda, and look for the 1 monthly listener.
There is one monthly listener. We have one. It's probably me. There is one. That's fine. I look to see the numbers. I'm like, fuck, only one still.
It's okay. I mean, Everyday Slave. You call us Everyday Slaves, but it's Everyday Slave.
Oh, did I?
Yeah, it's okay.
I did it on the now?
Yeah.
Fuck.
No, it's okay. I mean,
not plural.
Our listener is 2, so
it's a little more than that. It's more than that. So Jason's sitting here giving me advice, or not really advice, but it's fun to hang out with people that are creative and have ideas. And this is why I came over to his house. I had a few other places I could have stayed at while I'm traveling to Tulsa for work, and I want to hang out with Jason because his creative personality and just who he is. He's not afraid to, he even said earlier, it's almost like, don't get offended if I say something, or kind of like, these are my ideas I want. And I love ideas because outside perspectives are always better. And, he's talking about maybe starting a side podcast that we should do. That's not just band oriented, which like this one's not. Even though we did talk about Everyday Slave, but it's not band oriented. And what was your suggestion that I do?
What was my suggestion?
Yeah.
I'm a big believer in Sebastian, and I think he should stay true to himself and just talk about whatever the fuck he wants to talk about. I mean, I think limiting yourself to a 30-minute format is a disservice, because the few podcasts that I've been on with you, like right when we hit 30 minutes is just kind of when we're all loosening up and it's getting good.
I will tell you right now, I totally agree with what you say, because a lot of times my shows are about 30 minutes long, right?
Yep.
They're right around 30 minutes. Most of them are. And I do that for particular reasons, but it's almost like the guest that's on is finally loosening up and having a conversation instead of being forced to talk.
Yep.
And there is a fine line there. And I'll tell this to anyone who wants to start a podcast. Everyone thinks it's not easy to just talk to strangers. It's really not. But after 15, 20 minutes of talking to them, a lot of times they forget they're even on camera. I think the camera and the microphone, people kind of are a little bit more reserved.
Yeah, I would say so. I mean, it's my experience is that you just, the longer you talk while you're it becomes really more about the conversation than oh my God, I'm on this podcast.
That and people loosen up and they start, and you said it earlier, once you hit end and it's done, that's when the conversations really start going.
Yeah.
But I think that once you hit the end button and conversations start just talking, I think people start feeling more natural again.
Oh yeah.
And just talking about whatever they want to.
Yeah, we're all friends and we're all hearing each other, and ooh, no one's gonna judge me. Cancel culture.
Dude, I'm so scared of cancel culture, and I say shit all the time on my podcast that probably should not be said. But sometimes if it's really offensive, I take it out. But you're like, we were talking earlier outside on your driveway.
Yep.
And you're like, this is you should just fucking talk about something like this. And I'm like, no, I don't want, dude, because then what happens is, and it was political. I don't want to talk about what we were talking about, but it was political. And you draw a line sometimes because the way the world is.
You limit yourself.
You have to.
Yeah.
And maybe I shouldn't, but then if someone disagrees with me, now I lose a listener, or maybe a band that I really want on doesn't want to come on. Because some people listen to my podcast and they might not come on the show if they feel like I've offended them somehow by a certain political view, which I really don't give a shit about politics. But you know what I'm saying?
No, I know exactly what you're saying.
People take it out of context.
I know the idea of the podcast show that we were talking about is we give a listener $5 to go beat the living shit out of a pedophile.
Oh, that I agree with. That I agree with. Yeah, no, people look, fuck pedophiles, dude.
Fuck yeah, I mean, yeah.
And it's hard to talk about serious
subjects. I don't even know if I'm going to say fuck pedophiles. I mean, what is something? I don't know, like some miserable kind of fate that we could give them. I could be creative. Like
we could start a podcast hunting these motherfuckers down.
Yeah,
we could. You know how big it would get?
What's the guy? Hi, I'm Chris Hansen. Take his name, please.
Dayline NBC, right? Dayline.
Yeah, I mean, it could be more like, hi, I'm Everyday Jay, and we're about to fucking ruin your life completely.
By the way, this is his new nickname is Everyday Jay. Because he's in a band called Everyday Slave, and his name is Jason, so I thought Everyday Jay. We got Canada Rob, Everyday Jay.
Hey.
Southern Flame Don McIntyre.
Yeah,
my buddy KP.
Hey.
And then I'm just me. I'm just me.
That's all right. We got other names for you.
I want to change the subject over to. I do that sometimes. I change the subject.
You have to with me.
One thing I did realize about you also is you are also ADD.
Dude, totally.
Dude, no, my God. This motherfucker's working on his car, right? He's working on his car. He has to change some fucking engine thing out. I don't know shit. I said, if you die, I'm not the one that's going to help you because I will try. But I'll run around the neighborhood screaming instead of that. What was I talking about? You're ADD.
Yeah,
so squirrel.
Right,
there you go.
Squirrel.
So I realized talking to you, you'd be working on your car, then we go inside. We're sitting inside talking for like 2 hours. He went inside to look up a video. 2 hours later, we're still inside talking about music and shit. And you're still not, the sun's gone down. And you still haven't worked on your car yet.
I know. And this is my lifeblood for what I do for a living. So it's a little stressful, but sometimes things are worth it. Sometimes opportunities, come up and I just started talking and I don't know, man. I think the talk needs to be had, whether it's for me, whether it's for you, whatever the case is that Sometimes you just need to shut the fuck up and listen to the universe.
Dude, and that's why I'm here.
Woo.
I literally feel like talking to you is going to not only make my podcast better, but you are a great musician, bro.
Oh,
you got some good. No, listen. Everyday
I sucked your dick
slave.
a while ago, but you don't have to butter it up that much.
Everyday slave is good. No, I've heard the way you master your songs, and I've heard the shit that's not released yet, and I'm like, damn, dude, it's good.
Oh
no, I'm serious. It's fucking good. Okay, but I was gonna switch the conversation to. I got rid of my iPhone, which I've done twice now, at least once. And I went to an Android. I got that new Z4 Flip. Feel free to sponsor me, Samsung, if you want to. That Z4 Flip, and I don't know. I don't like. Do you have an Android?
I do, but it's not pink.
It's purple.
Oh, it's purple.
You know what? They even told me when I went to the store, we only have a purple one. Are you okay with that? And I was like, I like purple. I'm fine. I'm not gay. I like purple. You know what I'm saying? And that's why Samsung won't sponsor me. For saying I'm not gay. Well, they should. I'm not gay. But it's fine if you're gay.
I think it's ridiculous, by the way, that you don't have more sponsors than you do.
I have no sponsors. I drink Michelob Ultra all the time on my fucking show, and I talk about Android apparently now. But you have an Android. I didn't know how this shit works, and I don't know if I like it. Like, I might trade it. I have 14 days to decide if I want to take it back in.
Okay.
But the problem was AT&T. Fuck them. First of all, oh my God, I got a whole nother story about AT&T I want to tell you about. A whole nother story about this. Fuck that. Listen. Oh my God, I just got pissed off. Okay. We're going to go with this. I have AT&T. I went to the AT&T store, and they would not trade my iPhone in. I had an iPhone 8 Plus for another iPhone. They just give no credits unless your screen's not cracked. My phone, my screen is cracked. But so if it wasn't cracked, they'd give you a $250-something credit or whatever. Okay. Well, my screen's cracked, so they give you no credit. So I was like, well, how much is the Android phone? They're like, well, this one, I got this Z Flip, like $1,000, but they give me a $800 credit for it.
Right.
So I have to really pay $200 plus tax. Okay. So that's why I got the Android instead of an iPhone. I love iPhone, but I'm switching to Android because of this.
Okay.
Let me tell this motherfucker at the AT&T store. I was out there for work. Okay. Listen, I go there. This is last week. I go there because I want to trade him. I want to get an Android phone. Because I knew the stipulations. So I was like, I'm just going to have to just, in my head, I'm okay with getting an Android. I got to learn the new system. It's fine. I'm not used to it. I don't like it. And he's telling me what I can and can't do. And customer service is fucking horrible.
Did you give him your iPhone? Did you actually put it in his hand?
Yeah. No, I showed it to him. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but fuck that regardless.
Do you have any photos on your iPhone?
No.
Or videos?
Well, he didn't see them.
Are you sure?
He didn't see my nudes. He didn't see my nudes. He didn't. But let me tell you what I said. So there's another phone that flips, like, instead of, like, it flips horizontally instead of vertically, like this one. Okay, flips horizontally, right? And
that's the new Note, I think.
Yeah. Okay. So I tried to make a joke.
Yeah.
And I said, "Oh, easier to watch porn with." And you know what he says? To each their own, I guess. I was like, fuck you, dude. Like, to each their own. I'm making a joke. You're in customer sales. Just fucking fake laugh at me or something. Right. So anyways, he's sitting there talking, and he's giving me all these little AT&T bullshit, fucking blah, 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 and what I can and can't do. And I don't fucking like the way he's talking to me.
Right.
At all. And so I said, he says, you can get this phone, but it's going to cost you blah, blah. I said, you know what, dude? Fuck AT&T. You know what this motherfucker says to me?
What?
Well, I don't appreciate you talking bad about AT&T. You know you're in an AT&T store, right? I was like, yeah, but I'm okay to not like AT&T if I'm a customer and I've been with them for fucking goddamn 20 years or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I'm allowed to not be okay with what he's saying.
Right.
He's fucking offended as if he owns AT&T.
Okay.
And he's like, I just don't appreciate you talking about where I work like that. And I was like, who the fuck are you, dude?
You know, AT&T has an Undercover Boss episode right now.
No, it wasn't him. So anyways, I called my fucking wife and I was like, you know what? I'm just going to get my phone fixed because fuck this guy. I walk outside and then he's like holding off other customers to talk to him because he's still like waiting on me while I'm on the phone.
Right.
I walked back in there and I said, hey man, don't worry about it. I'm going to go, I'll deal with it later. And then I opened the door back up and I said, you need to do a better job at customer service. You suck at your job. You know what he says?
What?
Bet. But I also opened the door and I was like,
wait, what did he say?
He said, bet. Like, what up, dude? Like, what's like trying to front? Like, what's up? Like he's trying to fight me or whatever.
I didn't know what this meant.
Yeah, bet means like, I agree with you, but like a rude way to say it.
Right.
But I didn't open the door and just say you suck at your job. I opened the door. I said, listen, dude, you fucking suck at your job. Do a better job at customer service. And maybe you would have made me a happy customer, something like that. And he was like, bet. I was like, bet, bitch. Then I thought like he might fight me. He's a lot bigger than me. He would win. But then after I left AT&T, I started thinking about like Jeffrey Dahmer. This motherfucker's gonna kill me probably, dude. But now he knows where I live because I gave him my account and all that shit.
Yeah.
So AT&T, I'm gonna say one thing. I don't like y'all motherfuckers. I have an AT&T phone because we get free HBO Max with our AT&T internet. We bundled that shit up, and I like Game of Thrones. I like House of Dragons. But besides that, you guys need to have a better trade-in value for your iPhones because AT&T weren't the first ones. I just went on a fucking rant. I know. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. It's okay.
Would you not be pissed off though either?
No, I mean totally. Yeah, I mean, first off, I would have been like, "Sprechen Sie English?" Like, what bet? Like, I'm so far removed from today's culture.
It's a young thing. It's a young guy's thing. Like bet,
motherfucker.
Like bet. Like if you're like, I'm gonna fight you. Bet. That means yeah, let's fucking go.
Oh, okay.
I should have let him hit me. And I would have sued AT&T. Oh, I wouldn't even sued him. I would have said you have to sponsor my podcast, or I'll sue you. I would have blackmailed the fuck out of them, dude. I would have blackmailed them. Fuck them.
If I would have known that bet meant that, I would have said conceal and carry, motherfucker.
Dude, if this guy would have came after me, I would have let him punch me. I would have.
Yeah, absolutely.
I've been fine with it because I was selling dollar signs. Dollar signs in my eyes.
Listen, there's more than one way to make a buck here in America, so I totally respect that.
And people actually sue for a living. There's actually a thing that people do that.
Fuck yeah, they do.
Oh my God.
Fucking, I've been wanting to patent ideas. Like, you can fucking patent an idea. And then next time, just an idea. Just like, I'm going to go take photos at a race where people run a marathon. And I'll sell those photos. Some douchebag patent that idea. And so anybody.
Well, hold on. I was looking at you. He was looking really intense telling the story. Okay. Say it again. Someone patented an idea.
Someone patented an idea basically to where he goes, takes photos at a marathon or some bullshit like that. He takes the photos and sells them to the runners.
Like the guys that are running the race.
Right.
That's it. You can patent that?
You can patent the idea. Okay. And it's like this little place in Texas. I saw this 2020 on it. And basically these people, they do nothing but sue people that steal their patents. They're infringing their patents.
What?
Yeah.
I want to do that job.
I was thinking about patenting the idea of masturbation. And I'd just be the richest man in the world.
Do you think it's already patented though?
Probably.
So like, could you patent the idea of saying masturbation? So then if someone says masturbation, see, now you're on my level. Now he's getting the loud spot. Okay. So if someone says masturbation, can you patent the idea of saying masturbation on a podcast? Straight up, someone says masturbation on specifically a podcast.
I think it has
you
to
can
be,
sue them.
I think it has to be more to the fact, like, I'm going to use my phone, and from my phone, I'm going to get on, like, let's say, Pornhub. And on Pornhub, I'm going to masturbate to what I see on Pornhub. That would be the idea that you would have to patent. It to be more specific.
So I have to patent the idea of masturbating while watching Pornhub and talking about it on a podcast.
I'm pretty sure that, yeah. Well, not talking about it on a podcast, but I'm saying me to go masturbate.
But you can't catch someone masturbating unless you like go break into their house like mid-masturbation.
I mean,
and they're watching Pornhub.
Yeah, you got to hire someone to like listen to all these podcasts or listen just to people in general. It's like, oh yeah, I pulled up Pornhub on my phone and I masturbated to it. Oh,
boom, money.
Boom, money, motherfucker. Yep.
Unless they're not making any money, because podcasters are not that rich.
No.
Unless you're like Joe Rogan.
Unless you work for who you work for. Nope.
Well, I think that so the whole idea of Jason over here is starting a secondary podcast. That is not just band interviews and talk about shit like this. And I think if you're listening to this, anyone listening to this, I think we can keep it on the Loud Spot and not have a secondary show and just do this also with Jason as a host next to me on non-band interview episodes.
Oh my God. I don't know. I mean, the way I look at it as now you got me serious. Don't like it very much. I don't know, Sebastian. I'm still to the thought that I think that we can start the episodes on the Loud Spot, but I think we should move it to our own venue.
And should we have a topic, or should it just be? Because like if you pick a specific topic, and that's the thing.
Yeah.
The Loud Spot started off as a rock podcast for the most part, and I've interviewed tons of different bands, right?
Mm-hmm.
But it started off as just a rock podcast for the most part. It's what it was, playing rock music. I've done a lot of episodes that are not rock podcasts, though. I've done a bunch of other things. And people say, the Loud Spot, that can almost mean anything. Like my show can naturally progress to something different.
You should call my wife my ex-wife the Loud Spot.
What would you want to have a topic, or would you want to just talk about whatever we wanted to talk about?
That's a good question. I think we should talk about whatever the fuck we want to talk about, but I think that we could have some topics that we hold on a normal basis, dear to our hearts.
Just about whatever.
Yeah, I mean, there's some, like fuck cancel culture. I can't stand cancel culture.
Cancel culture is such a big thing, and I feel bad for anyone who is trying to make it big, even like comedians.
Oh my God.
Because they got to be so careful what they joke about, or in the 80s and even 90s and prior.
Well, yeah, I mean, fuck, Pryor's the king, but, when Dave Chappelle did his last, he's like, fuck.
The whole transgender.
He's like, you want to fucking cancel me? Go ahead.
They won't. No, they won't. If he was a white dude, he would have been canceled. God, for fucking sure he would have been canceled, dude. Norm Macdonald, who's passed away now, is one of my favorite comedians. He was cancel culture. You can't cancel Dave Chappelle if he is a minority, first of all. Okay? You can't. Have you ever not thought about that?
No, I've thought about it. I mean,
if you cancel Dave Chappelle, you're a fucking racist.
Yeah.
So they won't do it. But if he was white, if Dave Chappelle was a white dude,
he'd be the ugliest man on the face of the earth.
he would not be. He's not very attractive now.
Right.
I mean, I wouldn't butt fuck him. I don't know. Maybe you might. I don't think so. But if he was white, he'd be uglier. Probably if he looked like that. Not a very good looking dude. I will admit that right now.
I'm lost.
But I'm not attracted to him.
I love Dave Chappelle. I would totally, Dave Chappelle, if you're listening, I'd fuck you totally.
AT&T, please sponsor me. Okay.
Listen, I met Dave Chappelle in 1997. So,
you guys have sex?
No, I was actually I was with my girlfriend in New York City. We were at the Comedy Cellar, sitting there, and I guess he was looking around in the crowd, and he goes, "Well, look at this motherfucker." He just done the Nutty Professor.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wait, no,
this is like early Dave Chappelle.
Nutty Professor was fucking
that was I was gonna say Michael Keaton, but
Michael Keaton was Batman.
No. What was his name? Eddie Murphy.
Dave Chappelle was in there?
Dave Chappelle was the comedian that was cracking jokes at how fat Eddie Murphy was.
Oh my God, I didn't know that.
Yeah. And so he had just got off done that movie, and we were at the Comedy Cellar and just happened to catch him that night. It was amazing. But yeah, I mean, he said, "Look at this Elvis looking motherfucker." And I was like, "Yeah, motherfucker, that's me." So I was like, "Thank you."
Do you get to hang out with him, or he just mentioned you?
Oh, no. I mean, didn't get to hang out with him. I just got heckled by Dave Chappelle, but I feel...
Dave Chappelle, if you're listening, you better apologize, my friend.
No. Hey, thank you, Dave Chappelle. I have the story to tell. So
there you go.
I appreciate the comedic insult. I wasn't like, "Oh my God, cancel this motherfucker. He's horrible." Oh.
People want to cancel people all the time. So you understand my whole point of this whole thing was cancel culture. You can't cancel someone who's and I'm Puerto Rican, right? So although everyone thinks I'm white, that's fine. I could be a white guy too, but I am Puerto Rican. I got ancestry from fucking all kinds of fucking all over the world.
Lying.
But you can't. But if Dave, do you agree? If he was white, he would have been canceled for that whole transgender thing. He would have been canceled if he had said it as a white dude.
As a white dude?
As a white dude, would he be canceled right now?
Fuck yeah.
Do you think that? And I'm not trying to fucking offend anyone. I'm just fucking speaking facts, dude.
Are you a racist?
No, fuck, dude. No.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm positive.
Okay. Well, we've got that out of the way. I mean, for me, myself, I look at the content of the character.
Right.
That's all that matters to me. I don't I mean, there's some black. Listen.
You about to say black chicks?
Ladies. We're not going to go there.
I never did.
We're not going to throw it out.
Too bad I don't have a micro penis button over here.
Oh my God. Micro penis.
It does sound like you.
Yeah,
that was kind of Sean Connery-ish.
Yeah, that's my Connery micro penis.
Yeah, that's good. I like it.
He'd be like, no, my Connery, come on. That's be
Do
like
your Sean Connery micro penis.
Micro, let's see here. Micro, I can't do it.
That was good.
Micro penis.
That's kind of also William Shatner. William Shatner meets who the fuck was I talking about?
Micro penises.
Sean Connery, William Shatner guy.
Yeah, well.
Okay, what were you saying though before that? You were getting serious about something. Did you forget?
No, well, I mean, I asked you if you're a racist.
Oh yeah, no.
No, I mean, listen, it's not about color skin. It's who people are.
But okay, I'll ask you this, and you know, I honestly don't feel. I think
I'm a Caucasian, by the way.
I think most people aren't racist in America. I really feel like most people are not.
I don't.
But I feel like everyone. I think everyone has pre-judgment or predetermined thoughts when you see someone who may be a different culture or something like that. You know, but I think for the most part, if you were to talk to them, I think people are open-minded and willing. For instance, my ex-wife, her mom, we were at a park in Oklahoma City.
Mm-hmm.
This is part. My daughter was like, we took my daughter there like maybe 1 or 2 years old, and we're at the park, and she wants to leave the park. And I'm like, why do you want to leave the park? And she looks at me and she goes, well, I guess I see why you want to stay and feel comfortable. And I looked around. I didn't know what that meant until I looked around, and there's a shit ton of Mexicans. Everyone at that park is Mexican. Everyone except for her. Because she's a fucking German.
Was there a fucking taco truck?
No, it's just fucking Mexican side of Oklahoma City.
Okay.
And I'm Puerto Rican, right?
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I guess I didn't realize I was surrounded by a bunch of other brown people, made her uncomfortable to be surrounded by them. And I did not get it. And then once I figured it out, I told my ex, I was like, what the fuck is wrong with your mom? And I don't think she's racist either. You know, she let me live in her house, and she was super fucking cool with me back when I first moved to Oklahoma City, and never gave me, but I didn't get it. And it did bother me that she said that. But when it comes down to it, do I think she fucking hates Mexicans? No, she fucking loves Mexican food. She's cool. I mean, my fucking daughter she's her grandmother. My daughter's fucking half Puerto Rican because I'm Puerto Rican, and she's a great grandmother. But I think it can be misconstrued.
Well, how do you think it's misconstrued? Let's talk about that, because I don't want to leave this out on the table for the cancel culture people.
I think it's misconstrued because she was raised a certain way. And look, if I was let's say I was hypothetically, I'm in Oklahoma where I live, right? And I'm at a park.
How did we end up in Oklahoma? That's a different podcast.
I'll tell you, MySpace. That's how it happened. Let's say I was in Oklahoma and I was at a park, and every single person at that park was, I don't know, I guess I wouldn't fucking care. Let's say there was a bunch of fucking Vietnamese people. I guess I wouldn't give a fuck. I wouldn't care. I wouldn't feel uncomfortable, I guess. Maybe she is racist. Maybe she is a fucking racist bitch, dude.
You know, I'll say this. And this is, listen, my mom was a huge racist.
Your mom was?
Oh, my God. Yeah,
she would hate me.
No, you just don't tell her that you're Puerto Rican.
I just say I'm a white guy with a tan.
Yeah. You don't have a fucking tan. You're just a white dude.
I'm tan.
You're a white.
I'm a tan.
You're the only thing not white about you is your brown eyes, motherfucker.
My dick. Micro penis.
I don't know where we're going to go with that topic, but no, I mean, like, my mother was a huge racist, and I grew up being attracted to darker women or to other nationalities or whatever. It didn't fucking matter to me. It was just, are they cool or not? That's all that mattered to me.
I didn't realize, I told you this earlier, I didn't realize in high school, most of my friends were fucking brown, like Mexican. I didn't know that. I didn't realize that till after. I grew up in California. It was like years later after I graduated high school, I was with my friends, and I was like, they were all fucking Mexican or Peruvian or some sort of Hispanic culture. I didn't realize we were all skaters. Not all, most, like 90% were not white though.
Now there's a culture,
which is weird.
Well, I mean,
because most of my friends now are just white. Like, just like I'm friends with everyone. I have friends. I have Asian friends, black friends, white friends.
Well, yeah, but
Hispanic friends.
Well, here's the thing, and you said culture, right? So, I mean, let's be honest. If you are a skater, and the skaters encompass many types of race, and so it's like a non-racist issue, but that's a fucking culture, you know, that you guys were fucking punks.
Yeah, we were punk rock for sure.
No, you guys were assholes. You're punks.
Oh yeah, we were punk rockers and assholes and punks.
That's what I'm talking about, yeah. Right?
Listen, I've been an arrogant prick my whole life, probably. I was just a son of a bitch, man.
No, I mean you're fucking knocking down Granny while you're done skating down the sidewalk. I mean that's the whole idea of, you know.
You know, I didn't do anything.
Is there cancer culture on skaters now?
I don't think so. I
didn't mean to make you think that much.
I don't think so. I don't think so. Because skaters, I don't even know if there's skaters anymore. Like when I was a kid, there was skaters. Like, you know, Bam Margera and fucking Tony Hawk and those guys. Those are the people I looked up to as a kid.
Right.
And those guys, I don't think they're like, I used to watch Toy Machine skate videos. I'm speaking to
Gleam in the Cube.
I'm speaking to a class of people right now that grew up in the late 90s, early 2000s was like their prime, like high school, you know, shit like that. You're more like mid 90s, probably when you graduated. But even then, I think skating was a big thing.
Oh, man. Fucking Gleam in the Cube, Christian Slater, motherfucker.
See, I'm talking about DC Shoes.
Yep, DC Shoes.
And Santa Cruz skateboards. Think was big. Toy Machine was fucking huge.
Dead Kennedys, yep.
Dude, see, so, but nowadays, I don't even think, like, there's still skate shops.
Are there skate shops?
There's one in Oklahoma City. I fucking went through like 5 midlife crises already. I went and bought it. I have a Toy Machine skateboard. I bought a skate shop in Oklahoma City. Okay. And oh my God, look, I cannot do the tricks I used to. And I tried to even just ollie on like the grass. Cause I was playing disc golf, like, you know, like a fucking loser.
You were ollieing while you're disc golfing.
Well, some guy was about on a skateboard.
That's a double douche.
And I was like, let me see your fucking, I was like, let me see your skateboard. I'm going to be a double douche today. And he's like, all right. And I'm like looking cool. I'm doing some cool fucking tricks. And I was like, I'm going to put this on the grass first, just in case. And I ollied and I fucking hurt my knee. And it hurt for like a year. So I don't want to do it anymore.
I lived in fear my whole childhood. Dude, I mean, I'm like 6'3"
You're a tall motherfucker.
I'm a tall motherfucker. And skateboards and I just didn't seem to ever gonna coexist together.
Yeah, well, you know, I mean, Tony Hawk's fucking tall.
He's also like fucking rail skidding too. So
yeah, he is. Dude, I need another beer, but I don't want to leave the microphone right now. But I wish I had a song we could play. Do I have a song loaded up in here? I don't.
No, but you have your phone, and we can connect to the Bluetooth.
Why don't you put your phone?
All right.
I just got my Android. I don't know how it works.
Oh my God!
Fuck AT&T. On that note, sponsor me though. I'll let you sponsor me if you want to.
Totally.
I'm okay with that. And be better at giving up iPhone like upgrades. They don't do free upgrades anymore. No one does free upgrades. That's not a thing.
The thing that blows my mind is that the guy like threatened you by saying, what was the word?
Bet,
motherfucker.
I was like, bet, bitch. I'll fucking fuck you up. I mean, he was a lot bigger than me. I would have lost that fight. But I want to be like, I'm going to talk about it on my podcast, dude. I'm definitely bringing you up.
Hit the Bluetooth, would you? The Bluetooth button.
Right here?
Yeah.
Boom. Bluetooth. We're gonna play a song while I go try. Oh, play Everyday Slave.
I'm already there.
Yeah, we're playing Everyday Slave by Jay Suhn. Fucking badass song.
Yeah, well, you know.
And then we don't know. And you know what? I didn't take any notes at all. We're just winging this shit.
Yeah, this is a total off the cuff. Oh, yes, it is. So I'll give you a little background on this little song here.
You want to do the background and then play it while we get a beer?
Go get a beer and I'll play it.
All right. I'll be right back, y'all.
Mm-hmm. Watch me still be talking about it by the time you get back. Everybody, I fucking hate pedophiles. And if you're a pedophile, you should fucking kill yourself already. So this song is called Slave. It's about something. Well, just listen to it. But we dedicate this song to all victims of pedophilia and human trafficking.
Take me home across the other side, and will you show me redemption when this all burns down? The boy who lost his crown. Throw away the life you took. You read me like an open book. You ripped away my innocence and left me here for dead. I'm not your slave. When you show me how to love, blood in the water, I'm not your slave. When you made it clear I knew I didn't belong. When the blood runs down from enamel eyes, will you show me the answers when I sleep tonight? Give me a chance to heal inside. You threw away the life you took. You read me like an open book. You ripped away my innocence and left me here for dead. I'm not your slave. When you showed me how to love with blood in the water, I'm not your slave. When you made it clear I knew I didn't belong. I was never sure, so you made me cry. What was on your mind made me sick inside.
Everyday Slave, Jason and Javier, who is a badass cook, by the way.
Javier's a bit famous, actually.
Yeah, we can't really talk about it, though.
We can't talk about the one thing, but we can talk about, let's see, Javier, one restaurant startup.
Why you sound like fucking?
I don't know.
He's doing that Sean Connery voice again. He's like, I can't even do it. I can't do it.
I wasn't talking about. No, this is.
Now you sound like Waterboy.
It's Waterboy.
Fucking Adam Sandler, dude. Let me tell you that song right there is called "Slave," right?
Yep.
So you guys just heard it. I don't know how it sounds on the Bluetooth on this thing, but check it out. It's fucking awesome, man. I've seen how you guys master your shit, and you guys do all your own mastering, right? Mm-hmm. Jesus Christ, that's so fucking cool. What do I always say though? It needs some screaming.
Wait, you talking about Sling Blade was cool?
No, I'm talking about your song.
Oh fuck. Okay, never mind.
But I do think if there was a little bit of screaming, a little bit of or like a blah in the like the better than what I could do, like a good person doing it. I'm fucking sold. I'm sold. I'm downloading every fucking song.
Aw.
I'm gonna, I just told him, I said, record me screaming on some shit. And I'm not even a good screamer, but you can like make me sound good.
One of the hardest things to do is to fucking get listeners to fucking listen to your shit. You can have the best music in the world, but if you don't have a platform to fucking push your music, it's disgusting.
Advertising, it's so hard for musicians. And I have this podcast, right? And I'm so happy I'm in a podcast. I have a band too, Thrash Panda, but we don't only push the podcast more, and I'll tell you why. And there's like almost 3 million podcasters out there, right?
Right.
Okay. I will tell you this, that being in a band, there's probably more bands than there are podcasters. No matter how good your music is, if you're not pushing it the right way, you're not listening to it, and no one's going to listen to it. And I'll tell you, I interviewed Ken Lewis, who is one of Kanye West producers. He's produced Eminem. He's produced Usher.
Are you saying that White Lives Matter?
50 Cent. I'm saying.
Should we do a promotion of White Lives? Is that what you're saying?
Kanye isn't so in trouble for that, dude. But I'll say, it's like, he told me some of the best songs he's ever produced, mixed and mastered, were for fucking no-namers. And this episode's going to air actually before this one does. And I will say, well, maybe this one's not, I don't know yet. But I will say the one thing he did say that was very interesting, and I guess I brought it up after I made the whole gonorrhea STD joke. I make up gonorrhea. I just say gonorrhea shit.
Listen, Merck and other companies out there, we would gladly take your gonorrhea treatment and put it on the show.
Who is it? Who makes those?
Well, whoever makes the gonorrhea medicine. Sponsor.
I'm down for gonorrhea treatment, man.
Listen.
I'm down. I don't need gonorrhea treatment. I'm just saying, I'm down for sponsors with gonorrhea treatment.
Hey, boner pills, whatever.
Boner pills.
We're all about it.
He said some of the best songs that he ever mixed and mastered and produced were from no-name artists. But then he was telling me, like, a lot of these people that have one-hit wonders, there's a reason why. Because a lot of times they're artists that are hard to work with. And just because you're fucking really good, if you're just good, but you're not like fucking great, like there's bands like, there's all kinds of one-hit wonders out there, right? Mm-hmm. But if you're hard to work with, and a lot of times these people get this money, this big money, it's like getting signed to like the NFL. Mm-hmm. Let's say you're a young fucking 18-year-old kid, right? And you're going to college. You're going to OU or OSU or fucking big ass fucking college, wherever you want to go, LSU, whatever. You get signed on your sophomore year, right?
Mm-hmm. I'm still caught on LSU, but go ahead.
Okay. You get signed on your sophomore year. You join the NFL. You're like a running back or some bullshit. You're not the quarterback. You're not the main guy. You're just a running back or some defensive line guy. You make $2-3 million that year, right? Whatever the fuck they're making. They spend all their fucking money. That happens. I'm related back to artists who have these one-hit wonders who are young. A lot of, either rock bands, hip-hop artists, anyone really, country artists, they make all their money. They think it's going to keep on coming. They're going to be the next big famous thing. And they get this fucking attitude that they're better than everybody. and they're better than the people that they're working with. And then now all of a sudden nobody wants to work with them anymore. And they get their one-hit fucking wonder. And then if they don't invest their money right, they're fucking broke.
Yeah, I mean, all I'm looking for, man, is like an opportunity to be the Me Too movement in the music industry. That's all I'm looking for.
The hashtag me too.
Hashtag Me Too, motherfucker.
For the
I
government.
would have never known that your fucking name is Puerto Rican.
What?
No.
What do you think I was? Well, Puerto Rican's not like I mean, it's a thing. It's a thing.
I just thought
But I'm
you were
like-
eccentric family or something like that. I had no idea you're Puerto Rican.
I'm French. Oh, oui, oui, oui.
oui, oui.
So you can make fun of the French, though. You can make fun of the French. And,
they're not a race.
well, they're just white people with small wieners. So I was like, micro penis is what I want to say.
Micro penis.
What were we going to talk about besides this? Oh, your dead chicken.
We're not racist at all, by the way.
We are definitely not racist, I swear to God.
If
you think we are,
I
then-
don't date men, but I will date a black woman or any other color woman.
I'll date
I don't
anyone.
care, man.
Well, I'm married, but if I wasn't, I'd date anyone.
No, I mean, it all
I think I've dated every culture, actually.
have you?
Yeah. I've dated
I've
one
tried
girl.
to date every culture.
I've dated a black girl. I've dated 2 black girls, actually.
You've had 2 black girls?
I've dated.
You
I've
have
dated
2 black women.
I've dated, and I dated a. You'll like this. Her name was her name was Becky. I forgot Becky. We used to call her Becky Chan, and we used to call her. We used to call her Kung Fu Nazi
Oh my
because
God.
she was Japanese and German.
Oh,
Her mom was
that's
Japanese.
funny.
Her dad
Okay.
was German.
And listen, okay, so herein lies the
Kung Fu
bullshit.
Nazi.
Fuck cancel culture.
Fuck cancel culture.
We need a button that says fuck cancel culture.
We need a button that says fuck. Cancel culture.
Yes, we do.
We need one of those.
Yeah,
We no
because
Becky Chan.
she was black.
No.
What was
No, she
What
was,
was her name?
she
What
was
was her-
Japanese and German.
She was Japanese and German.
Yeah, Japanese
That's
and
fucking
German.
funny, dude.
Yeah. But I dated a Middle Eastern girl named Netta
Oh.
who was all tatted up. She was super hot. She's
Where was she from?
like she's like Iraqi or some shit like that, but she was super fucking hot. And
What color eyes? She had the blue eyes.
no, she had brown eyes. She was really nice. Fucking
She was
tits and shit.
She's fucking Puerto Rican, dude.
She was probably Puerto Rican. She's probably Puerto Rican. See, we saved the show. So she was probably Puerto Rican, but she was Middle Eastern. And
That's hot,
I didn't
dude.
like Puerto Rican
That's
chicks.
hot, dude. Oh my God.
My sister's Puerto Rican, so I don't like Puerto Ricans.
Well,
My
I mean,
mom's Puerto Rican.
Puerto Ricans are hot too. Your mom, dude. I've seen your mom. Holy fuck.
No. So my mom's beautiful. I fucking love you, mom. Although she can't hear, she's deaf. Actually, it's a fucking real thing. She really is, though. She really is.
Listen, I
She's
can
not.
confirm she's totally deaf.
Yeah, she really is. But Netta,
She doesn't mind if you talk dirty to her.
I almost said I dated her mom, but I dated Netta. I dated Netta, and she was punk rock fucking Afghani, Iraqi fucking terrorist bitch. She terrorized me. She terrorized me. But here's what happened. Her mom goes, I don't want you to date him. And she was like, why? She goes, he's a bad influence on you. Because she has all these tattoos. Her mom, but she already had all the tattoos before I dated her. And mom
Right.
tried to blame it on me. And I was like, she did that shit. I also dated a black girl. I don't remember her name is now, but she told me her boyfriend had a stinky wiener. That's what she would always say.
Oh my God.
But he was a black guy. But here's the thing. here's the true story about this is her mom didn't want her to date me because she goes, if you're not dating a black guy, then I don't want you dating no one. And she was like, well, he's Puerto Rican. So like, kind of cool. Big wiener probably. Kind of a cool Puerto Rican. Like, Puerto Ricans, we're
I've always thought Puerto Ricans had small wieners.
no, that's a misconception. We got the big wieners. We're like the fucking Afghanis over there. The Middle Eastern guys have the biggest penises, by the way.
Actually, the Turkish guys, that's what I hear.
But her mom did not like me
That's
because I wasn't
part
black.
Turkish.
You're not Turkish. You're fucking German.
I'm
You
fucking
show me
part
all the
Turkish.
German songs. You show me he's like, and Jason's like, you got to watch this one. You got to watch this one. But they are fucking good. There's some good German artists out there.
Fuck
We're
yeah, there are.
talking about fucking black people and
I'm
Middle
Irish.
Eastern people.
Oh my God. I'm also Irish too. So
You're Irish, but you lived in Germany for a little bit.
I did.
He tried to speak to me in German like I understood.
I spreche nur ein bisschen.
Oh, no.
I speak a little bit of
I
Deutsch.
know spreche the Deutsch.
I don't spreche the Deutsch.
Is Dutch similar to German?
As Yeah. Actually, all the languages over there close to Germany are a derivative of German.
So is Dutch near Germany?
You can get in your car and drive there in 30 minutes.
It is
How close? Depends.
It's a different country, though, right?
Yeah.
Like Dutch is like Holland.
They have windmills. And
Wait, Dutch isn't the country. Holland's the country. Holland's the Dutch.
Yeah.
Why don't they call them hollandaise? Like hollandaise sauce.
Because I don't think they're made out of mayonnaise.
Where does hollandaise sauce come from? Is it Dutch?
Wow, we went on a really big turn on this topic.
Is hollandaise sauce not Dutch? It should be.
Sure.
Well, why do they call people from Holland Dutch? Shouldn't they call them Hollandese? Hollandese?
I absolutely agree.
Hollandese.
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna end this podcast. Before we end it, I want to talk about a dead chicken.
Wait, we're not. We have something else.
You want to keep on? Okay, what else are we gonna talk about?
No, we're not running out.
We have no fucking time limit.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm getting drunk at Jason's house.
That's okay.
He doesn't even drink.
I do too. I just haven't.
Barely.
No, well,
All right, let's talk about your dead chicken.
I found a dead chicken today.
No, I went out in his backyard and in his fire pit, like Jeffrey Dahmer.
You.
And I wasn't sure if it was dead. I thought it might have been sleeping until I saw the flies around it.
Mm-hmm.
But it didn't look dead. It looked like it just died, I guess. Like it just died like maybe yesterday or something.
Yeah, I think a cat or something got into the coop.
So he has a chicken coop. And I didn't know this. I did not even know he had a chicken coop at the time. I found out after that because I looked at you and I was like, is that a dead? I called it a dead rooster is what I said. Is that a dead rooster? You're like, oh, that's a dead chicken. The cat probably got it. And I was like, you have a dead, and you're like, oh, don't worry. We're going to start the fire pit later and light it up.
Yeah, it's going to go to Valhalla. Chicken
So
Valhalla.
you do have a chicken coop, and there was some other live chickens in that coop.
Yep.
But going to someone's house you meet for the first time, the one thing you don't want to see is a dead chicken in their fire pit. It's like, why do you have a dead chicken in your fire pit, bro? But then he explained it. You have a cat. I would assume you have a cat. I saw cat food.
The cat food are for the fish in the pool.
Oh, I see you have a cat. 'Cause I haven't seen a litter box around here.
Yep, no litter box. The cat food is for because it's surf and turf, and the koi love it.
Let's talk about your pool.
No, let's not talk about my pool.
No, it's a fucking it's a pool.
Right.
It's a pool.
It's a pool
with fish. It's so you don't swim. Fish swim in his pool, and no, he actually has koi fish.
I have catfish. I have goldfish. I have
Koi
koi
fish?
fish and guppies.
Do the catfish not fight the koi fish?
No, they all get along.
They do.
Yeah,
harmony.
Yeah, I mean they've grown up since they were a little bitty.
So beautiful.
Yeah, I mean they.
You're making peace, man. With the fish.
Listen, sleep with the fishes. That's what I
Fish
said.
don't give a fuck what fucking color you are. You think one fish uses the other? You think the one catfish sucks the other catfish? Like, fuck this orange ass koi motherfucker. we can deal with his ass.
Well, I mean, that typically the one or two koi that are in there is about as big as my leg, so they're pretty afraid of that fish.
About as big as wiener.
Well,
God, I wish I had my micro penis button. Let's push this button instead, though. We're gonna push this button real quick.
You know who also has micro penises?
Mike Tyson.
I hate pedophiles.
Hey, oh fuck! That's why you want to bring that up. Yeah. Fuck pedophiles, dude. Hey, you know what? That's a serious fucking subject. I thought about starting a podcast about pedophiles. There's just it disgusts me, and this is me being real. Like I can make some racist fucking bullshit jokes all the goddamn time. It's funny to me. Because it's humorous, right? But when it comes down to
listen, you nor I are racist.
No,
racist
and that's why it's funny. And that's why we can say
that's why
things,
it's fucking funny.
Because we are definitely not racist at all. Like I love on a real note, I love every culture. We can talk about it, be funny. When it comes down like pedophiles, though, man, that shit ain't fucking cool. And it's so disgusting how people that are a lot of wealthy people.
Like all of fucking Hollywood.
Are into that shit, dude.
Yep.
Like, you know, what was the guy's name that got that big guy that got arrested, that producer movie, Epstein or
Well, Epstein got Epsteined.
no, it was Epstein. It was fuck.
You talking about the movie guy?
The movie guy.
Oh God, damn.
I can't think of his name right now.
Yeah.
But it's like it happens and it happens over and over, and people are able to get away with it because of their power, and then people are scared to speak up on it because they might are scared for their lives, dude. Because these people that have power literally will shut somebody down and threaten their lives and their family lives. And that's not like, I feel fucking bad for people. And people are scared to open their fucking mouths, man, because they don't. And I'll tell you one thing right now. If you are a victim of a pedophilia, whatever, and you want to come on my show and talk about it, I'm not going to be scared to talk to you. If you want to bring it up and say, you know, and that's a scary subject to talk about because some of the people behind it are some of the wealthiest, most connected people in the world.
Well, I hope they reach out to buy our podcast.
Like, you know?
And then so we have we can start a list. We just keep on recreating podcasts. I can about the same thing. They can buy the show. We become rich. They make us rich and we'll just go after their ass.
No, and if this becomes a thing, we would start a different podcast besides the Loud Spot.
Yeah.
It would have to be. The Loud Spot's more of a fun, fucking, you know.
Yeah, it is. But in all seriousness, I mean, pedophilia today is so it's so out there. When they talk about Pizzagate and shit like that and how it was all fake, go read about it. None of it was fake. If the FBI actually has a fucking file on it talking about the way that they talk, if you've read the fucking John Podesta emails that WikiLeaks, was it WikiLeaks or whatever?
Did you show me that whole thing with John Podesta? The conspiracy theory that he was Chester Bennington's dad. And I was like, there's no fucking way, right? So I looked up Chester Bennington. Here's the crazy thing about this, okay? Here's the crazy thing is he looks just like Chester Bennington.
Yeah, it does.
So then I looked up Chester Bennington on Wikipedia because Wikipedia will tell you the early life about who his parents were, right?
Mm-hmm.
What was crazy about it was his dad was like some sort of cop dude who worked on pedophile cases.
Right.
And it's like, whoa, hold on. But if you look at John Podesta, he looks just like him. And I love a good conspiracy theory, but there's some truth to some shit, man. Listen, look that shit up. Look up Chester Benningfield and Chester Benningfield. Right? Did I say it right?
I think so, yeah.
Chester Bennington. Chester Benningfield.
Right. Well,
Chester Benningfield.
Okay, look at the Podesta brothers. So you have John Podesta and Tony Podesta? I forget the guy's fucking name. Look at the artwork on their walls. It's children being tortured.
Fuck, man. Why would someone do that?
Frazzle drip. Have you Googled that shit?
No. Razzle drip?
Listen.
Listen to
me. Listen. I've got to put out something for the audience to really fucking. This could be a triggering thing for people.
Okay.
I mean, not evidently, but obviously, pedophilia is a huge triggering thing. But
sure,
Frazzle drip is what the internet has coined a video that came off of Anthony Weiner's laptop.
Anthony Weiner?
You remember Weiner, man?
Anthony Weiner?
Anthony Weiner. I mean, that guy's a fucking pedophile just because of his fucking name.
His Weiner, dude.
Yeah,
like, what a fucking
Weiner.
weirdo.
Right. So, Frazzle drip, it's linked to. I don't know if I even want to describe it on the podcast because it's this horrific. I think maybe we could talk, and if we get brave enough, maybe we'll talk about it someday. But if you really want to look, start with WikiLeaks and the John Podesta emails, and then look into Frazzle drip, and you will fucking be horrified.
So I have 2 daughters.
I have 2 daughters myself.
Yeah. And
I wanted to ask you about that, by the way, because one of the huge things that's come up, and pedophilia is horrible as well, but it's still linked to human trafficking.
Oh, dude. Oh, okay. So I was in Texas for a job. I used to work for a law firm, and I had a job, and I had to go to Texas to train for the position. And my daughter and her friend decided to come with me because, you know, they wanted to go hang out at the hotel and do the swimming pool shit, blah, blah, blah. So it was after I was off work. They want to go to the pool and then like hang out at the gym, whatever. And so I was like, yeah, that's fine, whatever. Just keep your cell phone on you and call me if you need anything. Well, and I hate to say this, going back to being racism type shit, and I'm not trying to, but they left the pool, go to this little gym, and they're just hanging out on the fucking treadmill or whatever. You know, my daughter, at this time, my daughter's like, I think she's 12.
Mm-hmm.
And one of her friends 12. And this fucking Mexican dude is fucking scoping him out.
Yeah.
And it weirds my daughter and her friend out. And she called, she goes, hey, Dad. And she called me, she goes, this guy's, he's staring at me over here. And so I said, come to the room. And I'll wait by the elevator. She comes up to the room. Right after she gets to the room, the fucking dude is in an elevator next to her, comes right up also. He sees that I'm there. I take my daughter and her friend. I put him in our fucking hotel room. And this motherfucker sits outside of our hotel room on a little chair he brought out there and is waiting there. And I'm thinking, you trying to traffic my fucking kid, you son of a bitch? Like, he was there for some other job.
Well, listen, and it has nothing to do with race. He just happened to be Mexican. But this happens with white, black, Mexicans.
It could have been anyone.
Anybody.
But the problem is when you're in Texas, Mexico's right there.
Of course.
Okay. A lot of trafficking does happen.
Absolutely.
In Mexico.
It happens.
Okay.
It happens.
My best friend Evan Chavez, he writes he makes my podcasting all the images for our podcast. My best friend's fucking Mexican. Okay. So it's not, I'm not trying to say, I'm just letting, like, Mexico is right there. And human trafficking does happen. And it happens everywhere in the world. It happens in Europe, it happens everywhere. But in this particular situation, because you're right near Texas,
right,
and your kids are so fucking young, you know, and some people could be like, "Oh, that sounds fucking racist to say." I'm not saying that everyone is fucking Mexican is a trafficker.
Listen, this is what this all boils down to, and it's any race. And unfortunately, because we do have, I mean, this is even fucking with our snow Mexicans up in Canada, right? So that's supposed to be a joke, but I think it's funny.
So hold on. You went over my head. I was all trying to be serious.
No, I mean, this all happens for the most part close to the border of Canada and Mexico. This happens for the most part on major artery highways. So I-40, right?
Oh, yeah. And you're not. I live in Oklahoma City right off I-40. So
right.
Yeah.
And but Tulsa here too, right? So I-40 comes through or
I-44.
I-44.
Yeah.
And so any major artery, any major artery highway that is on the way, either cross country or wherever, these are very dangerous places. And I keep on hearing women talk about, oh my God, this is a strange situation happened. I mean, these three guys, you know, they had a van, blah, blah, blah. They all waited. And I came out with security and then they saw me and then they all got in the van and took off, you know.
You know what? I want to say one thing real quick. I feel like it's bullshit that not you, but what I'm saying is I feel like it's bullshit.
No, I'm bullshit, but not about this.
I feel like it's bullshit that because I said that the guy that was there was Mexican, you had to make sure that people didn't understand I wasn't racist.
Because we're cancel culture.
But it's fucking bullshit. You're allowed to describe someone and their race. You're allowed to do that. And if you can't fucking do that, you're like, oh, he said he was Mexican, so now he hates Mexicans. I'm just saying, this guy happened to be fucking Mexican. That's what he was. And I don't like that you have to watch how you describe somebody. Like, you know, if someone makes a robbery, the cops ask, was he a white dude? Was he a black dude? Was he Asian? Was he Mexican? Was this? Before you know it, the cops can't even ask that fucking question because it's fucking racist. It's not racist. If you're trying to describe somebody, 10 years ago, this wouldn't have fucking mattered.
Right.
Okay. Wouldn't matter if I said he was fucking Mexican or not. But apparently now, and I'm fucking Puerto Rican. Like, what the fuck? That shit pisses me off, man. I think it's bullshit that you can't describe someone and who they are. You gotta, well, what would he look like? He was 6'2", probably. Weighed 230 pounds.
Penis.
Probably had a big old wiener. I saw the wiener. Was he a black guy? Well, I don't see color. I don't see color. People say they don't see color.
Making this
bullshit.
Listen, you're trying to make this political about the Obamas. You need to fucking stop it right there. And you're talking about transsexual stuff, though. We got to stop it.
I was talking about Joe Biden's wiener. That's what I was talking about. He probably has a small wiener.
Dude. Oh, my God.
You think he has a big wiener?
Listen.
You think Joe Biden has a big wiener?
I don't think Joe Biden knows he has a wiener.
This podcast name is going to be called Does Joe Biden Have a Big Wiener? That's what we're going to name the podcast episode.
There's this fucking video. There's this meme with AOC walking down in Congress, and there's like a group of, there's like mostly boys and some teenage men and some men or whatever.
Trying to jerk off.
And no, they're all looking at AOC as she walks past. And the meme says, wonder when she's going to socialize that booty.
Do you think she has nice tits or no? She's Puerto Rican. I think she's Puerto Rican.
Listen, do you
think she has nice tits?
I don't know. I haven't seen.
Like, do you think like she might, or do you think she does not?
We're not doing a political podcast.
No, we're talking about tits.
We're talking about tits. I haven't seen her tits. What the fuck, dude? Listen.
All you gotta do is say yes. She probably has very nice titties.
I don't belong to either.
She will like it.
I don't belong to the Democrats nor the Republicans.
I fucking hate politics.
I hate them.
I hate politics.
I hate.
That's
pedophiles.
why I brought up. I hate pedophiles.
I hate pedophiles. I think a good question is that would the audience? Would you guys be a part of the podcast if we offered $5 for video? That doesn't mean that you need to go create the video yourself. If let's say you come across a friend that has a video or someone that has a video of just beating the shit out of a known pedophile.
Oh, and we offer $5 to get that video.
Yeah, just to get the video. And
you know what's gonna happen? We're gonna get a bunch of motherfuckers just beating people up and trying to say it's pedophiles for $5. That's what's gonna happen.
Well, that was the idea. You fucked it up, right?
But then what if it's not a real pedophile and we play it on the show? And it's like you have to research it. You know what I'm saying? Like, what if someone just beats somebody up? It's like, here's someone getting beat up. They're a pedophile, and then obviously you claim as a pedophile, and they're not. They're just some fucking dude at a bar that somebody beat up, just to send the clip to the podcast.
The dude.
That's what you come into.
Hey, the guy could have been taken away right by a schoolyard.
Then I'm getting sued.
Yeah,
I'm not trying to get sued.
That's true.
I feel like we should research people. I don't want to make a whole show about it, although it is an important topic. I agree. It's an important topic, but I feel like we can make episodes about it, but not focus a show around it.
I agree. I totally agree with, because I think it would make me want to like just.
I mean, I'd rather talk about Kung Fu Nazis, to be honest with you. I dated one.
You did it. That's right. You did it.
I did. You called her not that. You racist son of a bitch.
You said Kung Fu Nazis, and there's something from
Kung Fu Nazi.
What was this? Something from the 90s. It's trying to bear it.
Kung Fu Nazis, fucking Bruce Lee or
some kind of Nazi. I forget.
Hitler.
You're German. From the 90s. Oh my God. I'm half German. My lineage is half German.
Yeah, man.
And then the other half is
I'm Puerto Rican Italian.
You're fucking confused.
He's got a big wiener and high blood pressure.
Right.
So that's what it means.
That comes from the Italian side.
Oh my God, you have no idea. All right, I think we're good. I think we're gonna end this episode, and let's continue this topic of all the different topics that we talked about tonight.
Hey, listen, we don't do politics, right?
No, we do, but we can if we're talking about. If we can only do politics if we're talking about titties and wieners.
But listen,
if you're talking about politics,
listen, in cancel culture today, if you want to talk who would you fuck or who wouldn't you fuck, that's basically political talk now today.
No, it's not.
It's
you
not.
Can't be,
I agree.
You can't be like, oh, whoa. That's all the fucking time we got. We're going to get over here on that note. Peace out. Rock on. Much love.
This is the Loud Spot outro by Nothing Short of Tragic. Is this all talk with no action? No. Is this my thoughts with distraction? No. Is this what I bought that's in fashion? Or is this the Loud Spot with Sebastian? Yes. Does Nothing Short of Tragic have his back again? Yes. Does everything that's good really have to end? Yes. Our pimp host has the pimp show, so to get more episodes, make an order, this is over.